Hi friends, in our time together today, I'm doing a brief comparison of the 4 low D whistles currently available from Kerry Whistles. A few days ago, I did a comparison of the Chieftain Custom and the Chieftain V5 from Kerry Whistles, and a number of our friends chimed in and said, hey, would you play all the Kerry whistles that you have? And I actually have 5 Kerry Low Ds, but the busker is not currently available. And why introduce a whistle that that everybody can't go out and buy today? And so I'm not including the busker. I'm including the Kerry Tenor Low D, and I'm going to play each primarily so that you can hear them. Maybe talk a little bit about the playability and the tone, just a little, and also pricing at the end. The Kerry Optima, and the Optima comes in 2 varieties. There is the tunable, this is the fixed head, so it's non-tunable, and there's also a tunable Optima you can get. This is the Chieftain V5. You can get this non-tunable and tunable, and the Chieftain Custom, which I'm pretty certain is only available in the tunable variety. So, like I said, my goal is minimal commentary and to just let you hear them. So first, I want to play a scale on each. And I've tried to warm them each up. Now, the Kerry Tenor D and the Optima each have plastic heads. And if you hear initial clogging as the whistle's warming up, that takes place in the head, primarily here in the airway, where your warm air, or your air out of your mouth is hitting the metal and causing a temperature difference, which causes condensation in there, and that makes funny clogging sounds. So that's why you warm your metal-headed whistles up. A scale on the Kerry Tenor D. Alrighty. Now the Kerry Tenor is Phil Hardy at Kerry Whistles. That's there. I'll call it introductory from a price standpoint, introductory low D, but even there, you see I could play all the way to the top. Requires a little more breath pressure, but is not a breath pressure to play the highest notes, but it's not a breath hog. This is the Optima. The Optima. Very similar to the Kerry Tenor in that it it's not a breath hog while you're playing, but requires more breath pressure to play those last few notes on the whistle. This is the Chieftain V5, tunable. Sorry, I had warmed it up, but I was getting a little condensation there. So the Chieftain is also not a breath hog, plays easily, actually plays from the G up to the 3rd octave D. The Chieftain plays more easily and with less breath pressure required than either the Kerry Tenor or the Optima, which is nice. I think you noticed a slightly more subtle tone, maybe with a little more depth, a little richer than the others. Now the Chieftain Custom, the scale. Chieftain Custom plays very similarly to the V5. I think so much of this is dependent upon the musician. I think for me, the V5 plays a smidge more effortlessly in those top notes. The Kerry Tenor D, I'm going to play this, the arpeggio real slowly so that you can hear those notes. The Optima. The Optima might be it is a little richer in tone. V5. All right, maybe a hair cleaner, but still with the richness. And each of these has slight varying degrees of that Kerry whistle sizzle. And that's the custom. Now, so that you hear a tune, before I tell you pricing, just once through on Wild Mountain Thyme, will you go, lassie, go. The Kerry Tenor D. Hope that gives you a good sense of the tone of the Kerry tenor. This is the Kerry Optima. Same tune. So that is the Kerry Optima Low D. I hope that gives you a sense of the tone of that whistle. All right, here's the Chieftain V5. All right. Now, same thing on the Chieftain Custom. So, tell you pricing. The Kerry Tenor D, Kerry Whistles has targeted to a very inexpensive, the least expensive good low D from a playability and tone standpoint that you're going to find, because the criteria that I recommend you go by. Now, there are a number of other criteria, but when you're buying your first whistle, budget does come into play. How much can you afford? I say spend as much as you can to get the best whistle you can, because if you're going to keep playing, you want a whistle that you will grow into. You don't necessarily want a whistle you're going to fight, but you want a whistle that you'll grow into. So spend as much as is sensible for you, but also don't buy a whistle that is such a professional grade that you'll never learn to play it, because some professional whistles are really difficult to play. So The Kerry Tenor D targets the person that wants a good whistle inexpensively. That's why this is £49.99 at today's pricing, which at today's exchange rate is $62. The Kerry Optima comes actually in two varieties, as I said, the Kerry fixed head and the Kerry tunable. So this was for the longest time Kerry Whistles' entry point to the low D, but now the Kerry Tenor D is. But this is supposed to bring, the Optimus supposed to bring us a little bit of a warmer, breathier, fuzzier tone. Descriptions are bad here. That's why I want you to hear it. So the Optima is 79, fixed head is 79 pounds. Today, at today's exchange rate, that's $97. The tunable version is 129 pounds. At today's exchange rate, that is $159. And I'm looking at my notes because I didn't want to get that wrong. The Kerry Chieftain V5 comes in two versions. The non-tunable, that's the fixed head version of the Kerry Chieftain V5, is 99 pounds, which is $122. I gotta tell you, if you do not need a tunable whistle, that is a bargain for a high-end, intermediate, for a professional grade instrument. Let me just say it that way. It's crazy. The folks at Kerry Whistles are really concerned to make sure that whistles are affordable. So the Chieftain V5 non-tunable, 99 pounds, $122. And then the Kerry Chieftain V5 tunable is currently 175 pounds, which is $215. And the Kerry Chieftain Custom comes, I said currently, just tunable, 175 pounds, which is also $215. And so if you're wanting if you've got the money and you want to learn to play the whistle, and you want a whistle that's going to last your entire low D career, and you like the tone of these, then either of these Chieftains, I mean, you can't, they're great. Budget questions and tone differences bring many other whistles into consideration. But for the money, those two Chieftains, three if you include the non-tunable, for the money, in my opinion, please tell me your opinion. For the money, these are probably about the best deal in the market for a professional grade whistle. If you want to get started, you're looking, and your budget's a little tighter, and you like that warmer, fuzzier, breathier tone, the Optima. Although if you're going to buy the tunable Optima, you're buying it for tone, because you might as well have bought one of the Chieftains. If you just want to get started with the whistle, then, and you're not really sure and your budget's tight, run out today and buy the Kerry Tenor D. I'll put a link to the Kerry Whistle website at the top of the notes to this video. I always appreciate it when you guys say, hey, would you please? And so thank you, friends. Multiple friends. I shouldn't say many. Multiple friends said, would you please play all four of those Kerry Low D whistles? And thank you for asking that. And it's my pleasure. It's a lot of fun. I like helping us out. I like sharing what I know, and I like learning things based on what you comment. Please tell me what you think of your Kerry whistle in the comments. If this is helpful, like the video. If you haven't subscribed, please join our most amazing community. If you're already a member of the community, thank you, because you're helping me be a better musician. And you're helping each other. I love it when you comment on other folks' comments and help each other out. This is just brilliant. Community's great. Anyway, until next time, this is Scott Shade. Happy Low D whistling, friends.